Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Today we will learn the 13th mantra of Kaivalya Upanishad. Swapne sajiva sukha dukha bhokta. Swapne sajiva sukha dukha bhokta. Swamayaya kalpita jiva loke. Swamayaya kalpita jiva loke. Sushupti kale sakale biline. Susupti kale sakale viline. Tamo vibhuta sukharupameti. Tamo vibhuta sukharupameti. Together. Swapne sajiva sukha dukha bhokta. Swamayaya kalpita jiva loke. Sushupti kale sakale viline. Tamo bhibhuta sukharupameti. Swapne, seventh case, in dream. Saha means he. Jivaha, that individual soul. Sukha, dukkha, bhokta, experiencer of pleasure and pain. Swamayaya, how do or how does he experience the pleasure and pain? By his own maya. Kalpita jiva loke, in the imagined world. Sushupti kale, at the time of deep sleep. Sakale viline, in deep sleep what happens? When everything is merged. Tamaha abhibhuta. Why? Susupti means it is overpowered by ignorance and attains, attains sukharupam, form of bliss. So, what's the translation of that mantra? The very same individualized ego, means jiva, in the dream state experiences its pleasure and pain. One person was dreaming. One person or one couple had one baby. And that baby was suddenly become very sick. So his wife was very worried. It was early morning. And the person was smiling in joy in dream because he has seen that he is having 7 babies and they are so healthy. They are playing with him. So when his wife called him, hey, get up, your baby is sick. He replied, to whom I respond? Because just now I saw I'm having 7 babies and they are healthy. And you are saying that my baby is sick, because both appear as truth. So, in a field of existence created by its own Maya, here Maya means misapprehension of reality. So, during the state of profound sleep, when everything is merged into their causal state, means deep sleep, it is overpowered by the tamas. Tamas means the non-apprehension of reality, and comes to exist in its form of bliss. The thing is, the same jiva, the same individuality or individual, what we were discussing on 12th mantra, that what happens in our waking state, that same individual is the bhokta of sukha dukkha in his dream. He is the enjoyer of the pleasure and pain in his dream also. What is dream? It is swamayaya kalpita. It is the rachana, it is the composition of his own Maya. One lady, she saw suddenly that a tiger is chasing her. And the lady started running. She was running. And at the time, she was exhausted. And she saw the tiger is not attacking her or anything else, just chasing. She was exhausted. So she asked the tiger, please tell me clearly, will you only chase me or will you eat me? The tiger told, how should I know? It's your dream only. You will decide whether I will eat you or I will chase you. So by my own Maya, I alone Sukhi and Dukhi, happy or happy Guru or sad Guru. So the thing is, when I pay reverence to everyone else, please don't misunderstand. मैंने खुद को बांधा अपना ही माया में. But in Sushupti, in deep sleep, the entire pluralistic world, entire plurality gets dissolved, and only ignorance overpower me. And what is the result? Sukham, the glimpse of the supreme bliss. It's a wonder. Continuing the autobiography of the spirit as functioning through the external vestures, the teacher in Kaivalya Upanishad, who? Lord Brahmaji, the creator, narrates the formation of the dreamer and its experiences in the dreamland of its own creation. Some Acharya says, as if the dream world is created by you and you enjoy and you suffer. Likewise, the waking state also created by you and you enjoy and you suffer. But some acharyas know that external world is Ishvara Srishti, because it is Samasti Sankalpa Srishti. That is why everyone sees the same tree, same acharya, same house. But in dream, your dream and my dream is different. But both are core Vedantists. One group of core Vedantists says, no, this is Ishvara Srishti, Maya Srishti, Samagra, total Maya. And some acharyas tell, no, the outer world also is created by you, and you enjoy and you suffer. Both have their own argumentation. The infinite self, when it gathers itself from the physical body, constituted of the anatomical structures and the physiological functions, and experiences itself through the subtle body, consisting of the mind and intellect, there is the manifestation of the dreamer entity. So long as one is conscious of one's own body, it is impossible for one to have the dreamer personality. Where the body consciousness has sprung up, there the dream experiences end, isn't it? Jage jatha sapana brahma jai. Dreamer is none other than the waker, who has no more the consciousness of his body and therefore not conscious of the field of objects interrupted by the body. Clear? The dreamer is not the different personality. The same waker creates his or her own dream world. So the dreamer functions at the subtle body, with its own thoughts. And waker, by his body consciousness, body, mind, intellect consciousness, enjoys the outer world. The dreamland, the Swapna Prapancha, created by the dreamer's own mind, becomes the field of his joys and tragedies for him throughout his dream condition. Identifying himself with the world so created, which is the dreamer establishes in himself a subject-object relationship in his dream and comes to experience its joys and sorrows. In dream, I am the dream, I am the dreamer, I am the creator, I am the enjoyer or enjoyer. Clear? How it happens? Swamayaya, by its own non-apprehension. Non-apprehension of reality is the cause of all misapprehensions of it. Why misunderstanding happens? Because of the ignorance of the things. Ignorance of the fact, the misunderstanding happens. So that non-apprehension of reality is the cause for all misapprehensions of it. Clear? The ignorance of the post brings forth the misapprehension of some ghost-like appearances. Like in earlier days, there is a post, one like moonlit and village post. It's not stuck properly on the earth, so it is shaking. So people first non-apprehend it, then misapprehend it as ghost. So ghost on a post. The ignorance of the waking condition and the consequent non-apprehension of the waker personality gives the mind a freedom to project itself into 1,000 varieties of misapprehensions. This power in the human mind to veil the reality and in its place to project unreal imaginations, which have for the time being a perfect look of reality for the deluded, is called the power of Maya, Maya Shakti. Tracing the activities of that which expressed as the waker in the waking and as a dreamer in the dreaming, the teacher continues to give us a true picture of the deep sleeper who enjoys a dreamless sleep. In the waker, the self is functioning through the gross body. In the dream, the dreamer, the same self, is expressing through the subtle body, and in the deep sleeper is the glory of the self manifested through the causal body. The causal body is constituted of vasanas, desires, past impressions, impressions of past life or this life also, the past event. Thoughts are born, thoughts are born out of the vasanas. Thoughts order the type of emotions of the mind, and the state of the mind orders the texture of one's action. The type of actions determines the environments and circumstances around the actor. Thus, if the cause of action be emotions, the emotions themselves are ordered by thoughts. Therefore, the cause of the thoughts, the very vasanas, naturally form the subtle or the subtlest cause for all manifestations of life eternal in any individual. Hence, these form the causal body in man. To be in the causal body is to be in the causal state. The tree in the seed is in its causal condition. So, under favorable circumstances, the unmanifested tree in the seed can manifest. But in the seed, it is unmanifest and is in the causal condition. In deep sleep, the self expresses through the causal body, and therefore there is no manifestation of life as thoughts or emotions or actions. This condition of the self functioning through the causal body, when the individuality in us is in its causal condition, is called the deep sleep state of consciousness. The manifestations that were familiar for the waker and the dreamer are no more here in deep sleep. These two realms of plurality seem to have got absorbed here into their causal condition. Now, one thing just I want to mention, that the entire Srishti, entire pralaya, the entire creation and entire dissolution, and in between the sthiti, sustaining, they are the three conditions. And out of the delusion, we think that Lord is the cause of our pain, not pleasure. Now you just think, who is the creator of our dream world? Our own delusion only. And why the Western philosopher says that ignorance is bliss? Because in Sushupti, in deep sleep, everything gets dissolved. Everything. Because it is Tama Vibhuti. The only expression is, I don't know. Sukhena maya nidra abhuyate. Aham kimapi na jana. I don't know anything else. But it was a very nice sleep. Only avidya. There is no big shape. Only covering power is there, not projection. Only avaranam, no big shape. Everyone likes pleasure. Everyone likes dream. Everyone likes sleep. Nidra sabko acha lagta hai. Why do you know? Because there is no raga, no dvesha. Why we like sleep? Because we are tired of our likes and dislikes in our waking state. जागृत अवस्था में कितना क्या संकट है. Husband problem, boyfriend problem, children problem, house rent problem, so many problems. But we want to have rest. We want to away from that. We want to reach our own intrinsic nature. We are in a hurry. We want to have sleep means we want to meet our Swarupa. Akashat patitam toyam samudram pratigacchati. All the water runs towards the ocean because ocean is the source of every drop of the water. If you lit a matchstick, wherever, whatever you do, you will see the flame is going upward. Why? Because sun is the source of any fire. Likewise, our intrinsic nature is bliss. Whatever we work every day, we want to meet our intrinsic nature. That is why we are in a hurry for sleep. Everyone has their particular time. Someone sleeps at 8 o'clock, someone's 9 o'clock, someone's 10 o'clock, someone's more. But why we do? Because we want to meet our intrinsic nature, where there is no big shaper, no raga, no desha, no dukkha, nothing. We ask someone, have you slept well? Arey, there was sleep means it was well on. Isn't it? If there was sleep, there was well, of course. Because of Maya, we create our own samsara. My husband, my son, my parents. बच्चा तो अज्ञान होता है, उसको हम लोग कभी कभी सताते हैं. देखो ये मेरा माँ है. बच्चा बोलते नहीं ये मेरा माँ. But when we grow up also, we know the drama. Out of delusion, We create our own world and we suffer. In case of reality also, what we are not happy. We want to be something else which is not under of my spell. जब छोटा था तब बड़ा होने का मन था. Really, when I was in childhood, I used to see my father is shaving. I used to think and see there is no beard. And today, you know, गृहस्थ का हर वक्त सन्यासी बनने का पसंद है. You know, so many devotees called me every day, you know, and what this is, Swamiji, you tell whether I am sannyasi or not. Having 4 children and always busy with them, but you know, so what we are not, we always dream to be there, create our own world, and we suffer. गृहस्थ का सन्यासी बनने का इच्छा, पता नहीं सन्यासी का गृहस्थ बनने का इच्छा है या कुछ किसको तो है ही. We are not happy in our state. We create our own world and we suffer. We enjoy also. And everything happens out of delusion. Whenever the delusion will go, you can understand what is what. There you no need to go anywhere else. You no need to change your dress. You no need to change your attire. You no need to change your social position. There is bliss, bliss and bliss wherever you are. Hari Om Tat Sat.